all the discussions that have gone on over the last 9 months have been put together into a document which is called a catalyst for change, because we do feel that the opportunities that coming out of Europe will throw up can become a catalyst for making things better, doing things a different way. It also addresses the risks of coming out of Europe, because there are a number of those, and suggests practical things that we can do in order to address those issues. So a lot of progress in drawing people together, in drawing ideas together, in making sure that we have a united front and a statement of intent, and that's what this document is.
What has been the response from central government and the talks that you've had to have with Whitehall?
Well, you know that central government are clearly trying to deal with the Article 50 and the legalities of coming out of Europe. We're concerned about the impact of that once we are out of Europe and what needs to be done in the 2 years leading up to that. So we are talking to civil servants, and this week, for instance, the Local Government Association have been holding a conference of all the chief executives of councils in the southwest to look at the same issues that we're looking at here in Cornwall. So we're very much leading the way.
Would it be fair to say that there are still more questions than answers?
Well, there's certainly now lots of clarity about what it will mean, and that's very useful. Of course there are questions, and we need to lobby government to make sure that those questions are answered.
So in terms of the opportunity around space for Cornwall, we are investing and working with business, particularly around space opportunities right now. So for example, Goonhilly Earth Station is already actively participating in the development of the space industry. The opportunity for a spaceport and for the infrastructure around that space opportunity clearly is a really important one. I think it's important to say that actually the discussions right now are with UK government and an investment from the UK government rather than Europe specifically. But we know that, and again it's been re-emphasised with the government's industrial strategy green paper, that space and opportunities in satellite remains a government priority, a national priority. It remains a priority for Cornwall, so we will be doing everything we can to secure investment from government, but critically, if the private sector and the business opportunities aren't very clear, and that if we can't prove that economic case with private sector investment, then that will make that more difficult going
forward. On a scale of 0 to 10, how confident could you be that Newquay will have a spaceport within the next 10 years?
Well, in terms of the competition around the spaceport, clearly that's
9,
Scotland and
8,
Wales.
7.
I'm not going to give you a number, Graham, but we will be investing in the opportunities around space, whatever, because there are real economic opportunities for Cornwall to do that. Whether that includes specifically a UK spaceport as part of that, that's got to be part of our negotiations with government.
There's an awful lot of rumour, there's an awful lot of speculation, but we're not a lot wiser as to what the future will hold for us as yet.
That must be very unsettling for the fishing industry in Cornwall.
It is very unsettling, it's very frustrating, especially when you hear the extreme views expressed from all sides. So the sooner something starts to happen positively.
At the end of the day, this is going to come down to the equivalent of a massive set of trade talks with the European Union, and we're going to be saying on the one hand we've got a car industry in Sunderland or a fishing industry in Cornwall and other parts of the coast, and we're going to have to give a bit of this in order to keep a bit of that. Are we really going to give away the car industry to save the fishing industry?
There is that, but on the other hand we do have a huge asset. We have the biggest natural resource in Europe, I should imagine. I think that's our strong bargaining point. I hope we're not sold down the road as we were by Ted Heath many years ago.
The real answer would be for Britain to eat more fish.
It would be a very good idea if Britain ate more fish, especially fish from the southwest. But I don't think we'll change habits overnight like that. I still think that we have a strong bargaining position and we should use it.